Hello everybody. Welcome to Human Design Hotline. My name is Brenna and I'm a human design reader and astrologer. Hi, I rise above, how are you? Of 9.5 years. I hope that you guys have been doing your spiritual protection. If not, here's a reminder to do so. I have my Florida water, excuse me. And I also have a few spots open for readings today. I have Amanda, lovely Amanda, who's in my Patreon, that's going to be on here in about an hour. I'll be on for about 2 hours tonight. And I was actually just prepping for a video that I'm going to be filming for projectors that will come out on Saturday. I have a gate 45. Hello, how are you, Marcia? Welcome. Have I, did you change your username? Because I don't recognize it off the top of my head. Forgive me. Or remind me, or if you're new here, welcome. But you can, if you guys want to, my usual housekeeping is to drop your big three in astrology and or human design in the comments below. And I always say that I'm here to talk with you guys, not at you guys. So if you have any questions that you want to drop in the chat, so that I can help you just kind of navigate this territory, this astral plane. Hi Sam, how are you? That way, this is the time to do that. So I am going to bring up the transit chart. As you guys know, I've been doing my energy of the day, the Human Design Way series, here and on YouTube Shorts and on Instagram. And what I am going to do right now is actually in my Patreon, for Sam is one of my beautiful generators that's in Patreon, is actually drop the link in the community chat for members of my Patreon who pay the $22 a month. You guys get a complimentary 10-minute reading for each month. So if you guys haven't done that already and want to do that, I had Deanna that used hers yesterday. Now is also the time. Thank you so much for liking and sharing the live. But yeah, it's been an interesting back and forth the last couple days. I think a lot of people are feeling like decision fatigue, emotional fatigue today, fatigue in general. It's been kind of crazy for a lot of people back and forth. It was like the Monday and Tuesday and it felt rough. Yesterday, Wednesday felt good. And then a couple people felt like a little rough today again. I've been chatting, throughout the day with clients and friends and family and things like that. And, just trying to navigate the waters is always its own kind of animal. On TikTok live. Sign up for your monthly reading if you. What I've also been practicing is my spiritual, absolutely, Sam. So I just dropped the link in the community chat and Patreon. You can use that link to sign up so you don't have to go through the link in my bio. The link in my bio is the one that would charge you the $12. For anybody else that's not a member of my Patreon, it's 10 minutes for $12. Hi, Hadley, at the link in my bio. And then I record these. Yeah, absolutely. I record these and I put them on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to watch your reading back again and again, it doesn't go into the abyss anymore. I figured out how to be able to download it and put it over there, for all of you. So let me see. Yeah. And then again, if you guys want to drop your big three in astrology or human design, please feel free to do that. And I'll look at the notification here for Sam, for her message come through. What I was also sharing, hi Devleoh, how are you? I put 2 and 2 together finally that you are Adonis over on YouTube. I didn't put that together until I saw more of your videos recently. So I was like, oh my gosh, my brain. But it's nice to see you again. I'm just looking up Samantha's chart here. So, because I have her chart already in here. So that way I have ease of access and I don't have to rush to put that in to my chart generator. But yeah, every Wednesday night, 7:30s, I'm over on YouTube. And what I was actually practicing, and I ended my live with last Thursday, was doing a little channeling and practicing mediumship. So for anyone that like at the end of today's session, which will be about a couple hours from now, around 9:30 or like 9 o'clock maybe. If you want to drop a word in the comments, then I can channel for you guys. So don't do it now just because it'll get lost in the abyss of like the messages. Yes, okay, perfect. It'll get lost in the abyss of the messages, but yeah, I just wanted to go from there. Let me see. Okay, so for beautiful Samantha here. Ooh, okay, I have a couple things that my eye went to right away. Yes, Cancer, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Libra rising. Happy almost birthday. Exciting season. So Samantha's saying for her reading today, just anything you want to provide. So what I noticed right away, and I'll show my screen in a second, is that in your incarnation cross, which is the right angle cross of laws, you have gate 3, which is a Aries placement, right? So it's a 10-minute reading, and you'll see your human design body graph if you're familiar with human design, or if you want me to do astrology, a little channeling, I end up doing all 3 in one. So that's the human design readings are primarily what I'm using as a portal. We're also about 7 minutes into the live, 6 minutes into the live. So Samantha, when I post this on YouTube tonight, you'll be about 6-7 minutes in when we start to that recording. I'm trying to get better with writing the timestamps, but my time always kind of gets put bottom of the totem pole once I get into the next day. But all that to say, your right angle cross of laws, you're welcome. Something that grounds you, right, with your incarnation cross is gate 3, which is the gate of ordering. And so we actually have our Aries Venus, or Venus and Aries collectively in that same spot. So there's an element of like capturing what's yours, being like, probably it's making you feel maybe a little bit more aggressive than usual, or just being like, F this, I can't take it anymore, which is exactly what we talked about, right? It's like, okay, like I just don't want to do this job anymore, like I need to leave, like what's gonna happen? I actually want to read to you from the Book of Destinies, because there's something about impulsivity that is ironically grounding for you. Hi Afro, how are you? It's nice to see you again. Happy Thursday. I was like, what day is it? I was gonna say Friday. I'm always like living one day in the future, I feel. But I feel like this would be helpful just to have this on recording, because I don't think I've read this for you since I've put the ones on YouTube. So a couple other people to look at, right? Kate Hudson, Anne Romney, Jennifer Gardner, 13 going on 30, happy Thursday. Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice, love her. Queen Elizabeth II and Charlie Chaplin all have the same incarnation cross. Oh, this is first read, but so they are actually Aries, but still same life theme as it applies to this book specifically. They're going to be more about structure and order, where you're more about laws. Kim Kardashian actually is also an October baby. I think she's a Libra, then as well. I didn't realize that. So just to kind of get us hi Root, how are you, Megan? Reintegrated and grounding yourself, right? So your life theme is to establish law and order in an unruly world. We could just basically leave it at that, and like we all, yes, 3. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. What an elite combo. Like you're like, okay, well, we have to figure that out. Oh, I don't think I have either. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. That makes me happy. Happy Thursday. Ireland Baldwin, Kim Kardashian, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Timothy Leary, Leary. I know his name, but I can't recall him off the top of my head. Writing across of laws 3. If we just read that, right? If we just read the first sentence again, like your life theme is to establish law and order in an unruly world. It's interesting because even look at Kim Kardashian studying law, right? Like there's things that she sees, understands that she's in a position of power, understands that there's other things that she wants to be known for other than her OG Schmex tape, right? And she used where she was in the circumstances, going from, I used to watch The Simple Life growing up with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. And I remember hi Chris, where Kim was featured on that show helping organize Kim Kardashian or Paris Hilton's closet, right? Hi Bren, how are you? Right? It's so good. I actually have a DVD of it upstairs. So I stop here, and I'm harping on this line so much because what I wanted to say is like, what are you constantly being judgy about? It's okay for you to be judgy. You don't actually have to be like judgy, like, and feel fully guilty for it. It's like hi Manny. It's like you have to be putting that into use in some way, shape, or form. Not letting yourself feel like I'm judgmental, like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? But it's like, no, I actually know enough to know that like, it isn't okay that we're operating this way. Here's how we can change it. Here's how I want to be of service to other people. Hi, social. So with that being said, it's like, I was saying this, I think on yesterday's live, and I was trying to figure out, Brent, I'll answer that in a little bit. I'm just reading for Sam right now. But sounds good, thank you. What is your kind of like 5-alarm fire? What is it that when you are grounded by being able to immerse yourself and create order? Maybe it is that you actually like coordinating people's closets for them. Maybe you end up wanting to work for the Real Housewives franchise and you help organize their closets, like something like that, right? Just to use Kim Kardashian as like a funny example. Like how do you bring order to people's lives? If you actually look at Kim Kardashian as a business example, Skims, streamlined fits that are meant for curvy bodies, a wider size window, right? Creating structure and order in that way. Structure and order through the law, right? She just finished up, I think, a variation of a law degree or certificate program, right? Love her or hate her or find her polarizing, like you can't argue that she is obviously successful at business. She's a billionaire, So figuring out like being like on the Libra Scorpio cusps do exist in a gate 50 instance, like your personality sun in human design. It's like really figuring out, okay, I need to have fun in the way that I create order and structure. What are the areas that I find it fun to do that? I do that through my career through the lens of human design, right? Yeah, and hi Josh, welcome. I will say this, you said I'm gonna have to think about this and journal. What I've been giving the homework for everybody, because you're like the 4th person this month, how many days are we? Basically 1 person a day I've had, because it's June 5th, that is in the exact same boat where it's like, I am just uncomfortable in my body, in my energy. Like, I feel like I just need to keep, like, I said this yesterday, like shrug your shoulders to get everyone off your back. It's like, just get off of me. Like, what do I do? What am I going to do? And how am I going to show up in the world in a way that feels good, right? That's like exciting. Like if the world goes to shit tomorrow, I at least know that I pursued my dreams and I feel good about that. And I know it won't, right? Or we hope that it won't. We never know where the world's going to take us, but highly doubtful. But really just allowing yourself, hello, the month of June to journal about like where you find expanders. Who are people in your external reality? Oh, I love that. Yes. See that, so that's already good data, right? As a generator and as an OG, right, generator, like your strategy is to respond. So when you're responding to something or someone, really look at like what's your knee-jerk reaction. And then like to responding to that person and what's the deeper level behind like why it excites you, and then really have a discerning lens for how people execute. Yeah, I struggle with waiting and responding. Listen, like the waiting comes from kind of like because you're a sacral authority, so it's not as lengthy. You do have like the 63 channel, which is like that light switch, like on and off pulse, but like don't feel like you have to wait too long. I feel like that's just the natural gate 50 like oscillation that can happen, and that's normal. Before I go too far, yeah, let me know like when you say you can't manifest, like what is that? Give me like an example or like something that you feel comfortable sharing, and I'll read this just to capture it all in one succinct, hi Chelsea, one succinct soundbite for you when you watch the recording, so you're not like, oh my God, she interrupted herself 85 times, and then we'll go from there. So you do this by becoming aware of the values that are important to you, which have been gleaned from the lessons of past experiences and dealings with those around you. As a child, it was important for you to come to terms with rules and regulations and their consequences. When you appreciate these consequences today, you begin to find flaws in the way that society has arranged things, and you can either bring about improvements or find ways around obstacles that you reckon cannot be changed. Potentially melancholic, your nature is transformative in that your own life will progressively jump through many different levels of reality while you share the values and laws that you deem essential for the world in which you live. You are probably aware that in the best circumstances, laws are made to give guidance and provide an environment of fairness. However, they also need to be relevant in changing times. It's like you don't take, like just because it's the way we've always done it, like that's the worst thing someone could say to you. Rules that are imposed as a fixed dogma sooner or later are broken or deliberately rewritten. I'm adding in specifically by you. You will continuously find yourself in the midst of this process and come to realize not only is your life in an ongoing state of transformation, but so are the lives of everyone, including your friends, family, associates, and clients. Some people will thoroughly enjoy the constant changes taking place around you, and others will find some cause to distance themselves. You are an agent for life transformation, and this is an aspect in your life that is essential for you to appreciate. You're constantly in touch with the values that sustain this ability of life in the world. You sense when society is failing in its responsibility to care for people, and you're concerned that everyone has the support they need, particularly in terms of food, shelter, and health. And to this end, you can be rigorous in your instance that laws, morals, and guidelines are established. You wish to see that the world transform, and at the same time, your own life is transforming, moving dramatically from the old to the new. People are inspired by that. When you pay attention to your gut response and trust in your own type and authority, you will know exactly how you can be most effective and fulfilled. Yeah, I feel like I cannot manifest. Yeah, exactly. But so true, LOL. Being more abundant financially. So the first place that I'll look at that, where are we looking at your, monetizing your intellectual property. You're welcome. Oh, hi, Danny, welcome. Monetizing your intellectual property in terms of like being a consultant. So for you, right, because you have a couple Capricorn placements, gate 58, gate 60, in that root chakra, are we going up? Where else do we have? Yeah, gate 64, 61, 17, 11, Sag, 45, 20. Yeah, your gate 60 and your gate 58 in the root center, it is grounding for you to make money, right? I think the problem, probably, if I had to guess, because I've also been there as a manifesting generator, is like not giving something enough time to get roots. So like there's certain things that we know if we get a job at a store, in 2 weeks or maybe 3 after your first week, there is a guaranteed paycheck. However, when you become your own boss, right, you have to start to think about the quickest way that you can start to make money, right? So, or the thing that is trimming the most fat where you can get more bang for your buck. For you as a generator, Sam, you do not have to have, I've been doing this for 9.5 years. I literally have only had my own chart generator since like the fall. I have only had, it says some comments are filtered, so I'm sorry if I don't see when someone's saying, I've only had my website actually finished and my branding photos in February of last year. And then I had somebody, Jacqueline, who's a beautiful projector in Patreon, edit my website for me because she's in branding and social media and marketing. That's her zone of genius, not mine. So like, see how like I have had success, but I haven't had to have a website because I just knew it wasn't necessary. Here's my Calendly link. This is how you book with me. So I can prove that that's true, right? So it's not like, let me think about how to get branding photos and have a website. People just give a shit at this point that you're helping them, especially when you have the right angle cross of laws. So it's like, don't give me all the bells and the whistles and the fluff. There's time for that. The Libra, Scorpio, Axis parts of that gate 50 are gonna love that, right? But you don't have that. You don't have to have that to start making money. So maybe there's some journaling things you could do about like the subconscious beliefs around that. Like, I have to have a website and then I'll become financially successful. I see you, Megan, and then Devleoh after that. And really allowing yourself to, yeah, okay, I'm so glad, yes. Because I've been there, and that's where the analysis paralysis comes in. It's like, who has complimented you? Maybe they love your hair, right? And how gorgeous your hair is. It's like, I'm far from the camera. I've always noticed your beautiful hair. And so maybe you want to do hair care products and you help people by sharing like your hair process, right? You could do YouTube videos about how to do hairstyles, right? That could be something. Maybe you consult for people if you were a cosmetologist, right? It's like, just think about the things that people are naturally kind of like inspired by what you do. Yeah, and like write down like, what are the problems I want to solve on the top of a piece of paper, and then start from there. And that's a beautiful place to start. And then pour it through like, okay, how am I creating structure, laws, and order in my corner of the world for the problems that I love to solve? And like, call it your method, like the Sam method, like the Sam solution or something like that. I love alliteration, obviously. I think it just makes it really easy. Megan, I'm just pulling up your chart now. It makes it really easy for people to connect and know that it's yours, right? So if you have nothing else but a solution to a problem, people that have a problem that you like to solve, and a really easy way for them to pay you, Do not turn away money anytime someone wants to give it to you. I don't care if it's somebody that was on the street, that's your friend that wanted to Venmo you for $5 back for coffee that you paid for, let them. And that's how you start to tell the universe, like, oh, I'm actually safe with accepting money no matter where it comes from. And that's that beginning process of allowing abundance to come into your life. It's like, oh, I thought it was going to come through bookings through my website this way, but actually this person passed away and in their will they wanted to give me $1,100 and now I have that money and I didn't expect it to come through this way, but you know what, like I actually can let my nervous system feel safe in holding space for money coming that way too. And that's actually even better because I didn't have to extend any extra energy. The universe actually provided for me in a way that wasn't as stressful as I'm in the midst of figuring it out. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Hi, Steph. I'm excited to help you and you have to let me know. Hi, Alexis, welcome. But thank you so much for letting me read for you today. And I'm so glad you're on Patreon too. Oh, there you go. Don't lie us. I don't know what you mean, Henry. But yeah, so Megan, I will pivot over to you now at this point. You're so welcome. Pivot over to you, my beautiful fellow Aquarius rising. And what was your question then, Devleoh? I have you after that. What do I need to know this month for my human design? So the first place that I went to specifically was your undefined G center. So really identifying what your values are. Also, we're like about 22 minutes into the recording, so when you watch the recording back, do that. Look for that minute marker. I'll try to write these down loosely now so I don't drive myself crazy after. Start remembering to do that in real time. Thank you, Sam. Undefined G center for you, Megan, I feel like there's a period of also refinement because you and I are both obviously Aquarius rising, so Pluto is on top of our ascendant right now. So this transformation or this transformative, it's funny, I wanted to say axis and access, but that wasn't even like, it didn't even make sense in that sentence, but that's just what came out, so I'm gonna roll with it. To how we show up. I feel like I go through mini, like, since this transit started, like mini metamorphoses every other day or every day in some way, shape, or form, where I'm really being discerning about like who's getting my energy, where is it going, where am I not accepting it, where am I reconfiguring who has access to me, what are my triggers, right? I have triggers today, triggers yesterday. You know, I had my session with my mentor today. She forgot about me and I was like, oh, hi, Noel. Oh my God, I know you will understand. And I was like, damn, like even the one who cares for other people, I go to get help to actually trust somebody else, which is a huge thing for us, Aquarius risings, because also our 10th house placements. And then this person forgets about me. Right? And I'm like, I am making a concerted effort to make sure that I go for my allocation of healing, of help, of assistance in my way so I can be of service to my people and pour out for my overflow. And this person forgot about me, you know? And so I've known her for 10 years now. She's a beautiful projector. Oh, yay. Okay. I love that. Oh, yes. Results are better than paperwork. I was trying to uncover that. But yeah, Megan, so really looking at your relationship to disappointment is also something that's been very big from one Aquarius rising to another, and specifically for your chart too, because you also have a gate 28 like I do. Yeah, I've been forgotten lately too, right? And it's like, she's fine, she's always stable, no one has to worry about her, and I'm like, bitch, I'm suffering. Like, yeah, please, like, that's what this exchange is for. Like, that's what we're meeting for. It's because, like, I'm not having a fun time right now. Like, it's those moments, you know, or like, I need that assistance. And so, it's funny because I noticed this about myself, and like as I've been online more and I watch back more of my videos, just to like, I'm always, you know, we're always the people as Aquarius risings to discern how do we get better, what's the other layers we have to peel back. And I always have to, for our placements, right, because we're Saturn dominant, we have to play the line of feeling our feelings and not over intellectualizing before we've had our like mini crash out. And it's like crashing out in a helpful way, right? Especially with your gate 16 moon, it's been extra activated because it's literally Gemini season, and it's the transit that we've been going through for the last, well, I shouldn't say this last week was gate 35, but gate 16 is connecting to the moon today. You already have the 1648 channel, so it's like, it's funny because it's the gate of inadequacy, but I will say this for me to you today. As Aqua Risings, it's been noticing where other people have been inadequate. For us, and where that reciprocity is lacking. And so for me, right, yeah, today, we could just end it there, right? Like, beautiful way to say that. But reciprocity and respect is really big for me, and like respect of my time. So like, the thing is, someone can mean really well in our life, right? Like, they can have the best of intentions. Like, my mentor has the best of intentions. She's a good person at her core. But statistically, in the 10 years that I've known her, right? So I met, her name's Kathleen. I met Kathleen when I just graduated college, and I studied art history in school. And then I was working in music in New York City. Hi, King Piscean. And she hired me to work Dominican Summer Solstice Festival, because she's in the event space as one of her multi-talented aspects. Even though she's a projector, you can also be multi-talented as a projector or a manifestor like Megan. But my point in saying that is, like, I've seen her through all the iterations. I know she means well. I've recorded a video for you guys of to post here about like my lore up until this point, because I haven't sat and have ever done like who am I? How did I get here? Like, what has happened in the 10 years of my life, you know, up until this point of doing this work. Hi, Laura. I'm just doing a mini reading for Megan, and I'll answer in a second. I have a free chart generator at the link in my bio if you want to create your chart and then look at your energy type, strategy, and authority. Let me know if you have questions with that. The big three, if you will. But yeah, Megan, so like really identifying, like when I kind of think about how I show up in the world, what really is sensitive to us as Aqua Risings, because we're all about our people, but also because you have an undefined G center, right? Like, as I'm looking at that diamond shaped center that's white, it's like, ooh, how do I not take this actually like really deeply personally? Because I care so much for my people, even though I appear very like stoic and we have that like RBF sense of detachment sometimes. It's like I do expect in my personal relationships like a level of like, you have to be like at the level. Like I'm not in a place in my life anymore where I want to explain to other people how to treat me, especially when they're adults, you know? And it's like, you realize that like age does not equal maturity. And I think that especially for your placements, I had to channel a little bit for you too. It's that. And also just because like I'll say this, I know some interpersonal relationships that you connect with. Oh, I love that. And I would watch out for how you enable people. And how that allows people to really hold the space of like yapping your ear off about their problems without actually being able to reciprocate. Not to say that in our personal relationships that it's always going to be 50-50. Sometimes someone's at 0 and you're at 100 and then you help each other out. But it's like really acknowledging like you can't just be helping people for free if you also are looking to get pivot to getting compensated for your time. Yeah, and like you know that I know who we're talking about, right? Like just as an example, I have some you know, energy and names in mind of like meaning well, but like we have to, hello Orion, we have to watch out for where meaning well and helping people is actually outsmarting them of the lessons that they're supposed to learn. Then they get mad at us because them venting to us was them thinking that they are handling the problem. And so they feel better, but now you're holding this and you're watching this as a manifestor and an Aquarius rising and looking down, you know, 6 months from now or 6 days from now, and you know, it's like, I think we've seen this film before and we didn't like the ending or whatever that Taylor Swift line is, and you're like, I already know what's gonna happen here, right? You're a manifestor, you're not supposed to have that many energetic tethers to you, and so you can only say so much to somebody like that, right? Before then you can't. They vent to you, right, to make this more simple formula. They vent to you. That's a version of enabling them when you don't set boundaries because you're already annoyed because it's like the 10th fucking time that they've probably vented about that to you. Then they don't do anything or take any of your advice, or they don't even want advice, right? And then you have to decide, do I even want to listen to this conversation, right? Do you have time for it, right? Especially as you're building your business, there's less time that you have to use that space and that container, right? And so, but then you get in trouble and you get the outpouring of the second half of it when it doesn't work out for them again. So it's like you just sit there in this uncomfortable sense of waiting, right? Especially with your undefined gut and your G center in the middle of your body. Think about how it kind of like, you probably feel like it's people's like digging their claws into it almost. It's like a restriction of it, or like clamping onto like an organ. It sounds so morbid, but I was just thinking of there's a art history piece of like I want to say Bartholomew, or Jupiter eating his son, something like that is what it reminded me of. But all that to say, right, those instances are what you have to clear up or clean up in aisle 3. Get that in order, Venus gate 3 right now, cleaning that up, getting that in order so that you're able to create room to, right, yes, to create room for where your business energy needs to go. It's like, I don't have time for my business. Do you have time to listen to your coworker talk about the same thing 85 times? Or yeah, right, I know, Noel. Like, or do you have like time to listen to this person done for 85 times? I literally had to cut off my mom from doing stuff like that because I was like, that decentralizing that relationship too. Bo was writing a book about that, our beautiful projector here, but like, notice where that's also a repeated theme, how that ties to maybe a mother wound. Where do we have friendships with women that are like our mom, for the parts of our mom that actually wasn't healthy for our mom to over therapize us? Yes, exactly, Orion. So yeah, exactly. So I know the one isolated example. I know, Noel, I adore you so much. I've had you on my mind to message you, like DM you. I know we'll see each other at some point over the summer, connect more deeply. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. And I know Psychic Friends Network, right? But yeah, so I will leave you with you for now, Megan, as I pivot over into Devleoh for his reading of the night. And then beautiful Noel, thank you so much. And yeah, Megan, that's going to help you to just really be like, what do I even value at this point in time? You know, and I think that's just a really good exercise. Like, we're all kind of in this phase where we're like, well, if you're not going to get your shit together, I might as well get my shit together, because clearly you're not cleaning up on aisle 3, but I have to. There has to be something else that's happening here. Okay, Devleoh, so let me see. Here, I have your chart, handy dandy chart ready to go. Happy almost birthday, right? Yeah, I was literally feeling your vibe. Yes, telepathy. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, of course, de nada. You're welcome, you're welcome. So for Devleoh, I have your chart ready to go, which makes it very easy. We are about, let me see, 33, that's been a number of the day, 33 minutes into the recording here to help us. Hi, Femaine, welcome. And then I did have somebody else, Noel, after. So all that to say, how does the nodal shift into gates 22 and 47 going to work with my design? Any unique insights? Gratitude in advance. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So gate 22, I love. Do you have gate 12? Oh, you have gate 22. Okay, so I'm just going to show your chart here first. And then I forgot to do the little bubble because I like to be able to like see you guys at the same time. It just feels like more personal. But here's what I'll show you. So when we're looking at gate 22, the north node, right now in gate 22 is on top of your unconscious gate 22, which is your Mercury. So what that tells me is that there's an activation between the direction that you're headed and figuring out how to use your voice. It's funny because I almost said lose your voice. But maybe there's been some restriction of like throat chakra stuff that's felt off or weird. Like, I just saw for the first time that I consciously remember what I really noticed, just to reflect back to you as a content consumer, not just being somebody that's like in a mentoring position at this moment, is like you posting excerpts from your lives. And I'm like, oh, I love that. Okay, yes, that's true. Thank you. I need to get up on my gene key game. But there you go, right? So it's like, it's funny because I've also been saying real G's move in silence like lasagna, which is from the Lil Wayne song. I couldn't have said that any more white, but you know, when in Rome. But all that to say, right, there's this activation of also that fourth line for you, and being selective about who you communicate with, because you're very caring, but there's also this helpful element of gate 22 is influencing, or excuse me, gate 12 is also influencing and creating an activation with, of like, well, who do I share and what do I share with them in the right time? I will also say that like as a mentor and somebody whose responsibility is to guide people, it's also my responsibility to be able to intuit what the threshold is of my people or my person, right? So it's like really looking at, I could tell people to, post 6 times a day, say, right? I wouldn't do that, but like, let's just say like post 6 times a day online, and this is what's going to help you. But maybe they're having this shift, and I noticed that like in them, they're uncomfortable being seen and their nervous system isn't regulated. That's like a coach forcing somebody to run 1,000 laps to help them lose weight or help their, I don't know, game us for something, yay sports, whatever. And like pushing them until they throw up, right? It's like, that's not actually an aligned mentor or an aligned guide. What it's also teaching you with gate 22 in this transit and this north node is how to activate the quality of grace and charm. Gate 22 is the gate of grace and charm, where it's like, okay, how do I allow myself to, yes, literally, Manny plays baseball. That's what I follow. It's like getting more bees with honey. Like I don't see, and listen, like, I mean, I'm a Jersey girl. I worked in New York for a while. I went to school in the Bronx. Like I'm familiar with like, we have that New York influence, right? Since you were also born in the tri-state area. But I realized that as much as I wanted to go to the jugular sometimes with people, because I also have gate 22 as my Venus placement. It was, oh, there you go. Oh, that's awesome. I'm from Monmouth County. So if they're Monmouth County, I did a lot of work in Asbury Park, New Jersey, over the last 10 years and in a couple places. But before I go down memory lane to cut myself off, because this reading is for you, that's what you paid for, it's figuring out how you want to position yourself. And not from the sense of like being manipulative, but it's like, oh, there's a cadence and a flow and a formula for how I market myself. And it could be marketing yourself for career. It's funny because career is the intuitive sense that I get. I feel like you're so talented that like, I just feel like and I feel like that pretty much about all you guys, right? Like, especially my OGs, but like, there's no reason that you can't be more successful sooner than later, or now. It's like you already are successful, but like there's something about the logistical aspect of it that's like, oh, gate 47, South Node, this is the revelation that I'm having. And that just is a hanging gate that's just influencing, maybe helping activate a little bit of that 6124 channel, but like giving you more things to think about. What I would be remiss to also not share is that you have a triple split definition. So it's kind of like, I ask me then 3, where it's like, what do I want to do? I don't know if you guys are like in the teaching space, but the teachers always say like, ask 3 then me, like ask your fellow students like what you were supposed to do because you weren't listening, and then ask me because I have a lot of people to help and I'm trying to teach a lesson. And so for you as a triple split, it's like ask yourself and then ask 3 other people about the logistics. I am telling you right now as a projector and with your placements, you do not need somebody to give you the creative juice or the guidance. I feel like that also, Noel, it feels like also channeled for you. I just have to say that since you're right after. Yeah. So it's like, okay, Brenna, like I need help figuring out how to connect with say like metaphysical stores to do readings in New Jersey. Like, can you help me out as a projector? For my projectors, I always kind of see like the invitation open at this point because like I know where it's coming from. And I'm like, better to practice on me and figure it out with other people, right? Who don't know how that energy works. But that's why you guys are my biggest Patreon group. I say that all the time. But like, it would be like, okay, like I send, especially for my projectors in Patreon, like I send emails to places for them on their behalf all the time. I'm like, I got my projector. I talked about this in the video. It's coming out yesterday. My projector mentee, Rachel, is an artist. I got her into an art show for Monday, for Pride Month in Monmouth County. Actually, like that will be at the opening, and especially because it's like multifaceted layers, like having somebody, even your partner, right? They don't have to know that they're your partner like straight up. Like it could be somebody that like works as your admin assistant. $1,000,000 advice that I'm giving you right now for free essentially is like, as a projector, have somebody else do the admin work for you, right? Or just send an email. You could do all the grunt work behind the scenes, have ChatGPT help you, write a little bit of an outline of like what you want to do, or what you would have an artist manager, an assistant, a mentor say to promote you somewhere, and have your partner do that, right? Like have somebody else do that to help you. That's what I do all the time for my projectors. So and thank you, Gabe, for saying that. Just to kind of shift your brain into the logistical aspects of it. Because again, you need the logistics. You don't really need like layers of spiritual wisdom. It's like, I don't need to teach you how to channel. I just need to teach you how to refine that. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's amazing. That's so perfect. So there you go, right? So it's like, I mean, makes so much sense being a Cancer, right? Orion is a Cancer rising, like following the Leo moon, or Leo moon. It's funny I said Leo moon. The full moon cycle, whatever I said, follow the Leo moon. Think about the Leo moons in your life, and if that was relevant to anyone that you know, for anyone that's here, but Devleoh too. 2.5 more minutes. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. So being in the future already, as you guys so often are. Yeah, like really leaning into like what feels good during this season, because you also have gate 5 like I do. So really looking at the seasons of the year and kind of picking like a new thing that you do. Noel is a gate 5 sun as well, so I always see you guys run together in red threads from the readings that I do back to back. But that would be a really good way to kind of consider like, okay, this season is like, I want to show up and show out. I'm ready to do that for the summertime. Maybe also into the fall. The fall is a great time for business for all of us spiritual witchy people, because people are looking for spiritual and witchy people to do stuff, right? There's actually this beautiful, I don't know how close you are to North Jersey. I think it's in Morristown, New Jersey. It's called House Freya. And I believe it was, a converted old church. Where they do like a sacral burp of affirmation, hiccup of affirmation, but they do like sound healing, moon circles, like all that kind of stuff. You don't have gate 46, but you may feel like you're getting the intuitively, and what I'm gathering from what you're giving me to respond to, it's like that gate 22 and also gate 47 is like giving you that ability to ground and find the words through the lens of being graceful and charming and showing up and really figuring out your marketing language as a projector. And yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, it's not even like I don't question it at all, right? Like, even though I've never had you channel for me personally, like I don't second guess that. Yeah, I love that. And maybe you have that, like, what a great thing for Pride Month too. Like maybe you host like a suggested donation, like collective love manifestation circle. It doesn't even have to be that complex, and you hold space for everybody, and then half of the donations go to the cause of your choice. Maybe it's for Pride Month, certain locations that you feel called to share, or groups that you feel called to share. Yeah, okay, perfect. So me just affirming that that's exactly where you're supposed to be going. So I love that, and I feel like that's also the gate 47 is a Virgo placement, also very helpful for your Virgo moon. So gate 47 is just helping to activate that for you in your tropical astrology, right? Which is what human design uses. So I love that. And I think, yeah, refining your words, refining your voice, coming up with your pitch, almost like, what do we call it? Like a media kit. Like if you think of yourself as the talent, which I say for all my projectors, I have a video coming out for you guys on Saturday that I'm in the midst of editing and filming. So if you have any last minute questions as projectors, just send them to me via DM so I don't lose them, and I can screenshot them and answer them in the video. But all that to say, right, like come up with your elevator pitch, your media kit. If you are the talent, the musician, the artist, like thinking of it in that, yourself in that way as the talent, how would a manager pitch you to other people? Maybe that's a ChatGPT prompt that I can gift you guys with. But something to think about that. Like here's what I do if a talent manager were to pitch me to blah blah blah, how would they pitch me, right? I call them the name for them behind the scenes is called one sheets. So like, what does your one sheet say? I have mine somewhere. But yeah, so I will leave you with that at this moment. I'm excited for you. You have to let me know. I mean, if there's any way that like, let me know what you're doing. I just knocked it over with my water. For the new moon, if we could send anyone your way that's interested in it. I know Orion too is a Cancer rising. They also find that helpful. But just some other ideas that I can give you. Before I pivot over to beautiful Noel, thank you so much. I'm excited for you. Okay, and we are, is it 44 minutes? Yeah, about 44 minutes, 45 minutes, which is 9, which I love. And then anyone else who wants to sign up, you're so welcome. I love your vocab words so much too. But if anyone else wants to sign up, 10 minutes, $12, link is in the bio. Before I pivot over to beautiful Noel. So, I'm good. Yes. Hi, babe. How are you? Oh, I love you so much. Purging with South Node going over my Chiron. Yes, I feel you because you and I, girly, are both Virgo Chiron. Feeling really empowered through my boundaries as Saturn shifted into Aries. Yes, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, but, I trust your intuition. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been that, I totally feel that with, really taking stock of, the wave emoji is what comes through, right? As you posted, and really the wave of grief of where other people have really let us down. I can say this for you, but also for me, because I'm going through it in such a personal way, where what I mentioned earlier, I'm damn, I set up my appointment with my person and they forget about me too. But what I was proud of, right, that I did that I haven't always done before. Yeah, absolutely. That I hadn't always done before is in the moment I was able to speak up for myself. And so thank you for the dolphin, that's so cute. I was really able to speak up for myself. And so yes, girl, exactly. It's just right before I got on yesterday, my fiance's grandmother passed away. And it was literally 30 minutes before, and he's like, my dad just called me. He hasn't told his mom yet, Manny's mom yet. She was at the doctor, and it was so crazy because his mom wasn't feeling well. And I always say gracias. There's always it's your body knows, right, when your people aren't doing well. And so that wave of grief of setting boundaries, but also knowing how much you've been responsible for, how much that you've been holding in your container, right? Especially as a beautiful Leo rising, it's been a lot. And I think just allowing yourself to basically alchemize, especially post thank you. I didn't know her. I never had the chance to speak with her. So not to say that doesn't mean I don't have a heart for her, but I just I was whoa, we're dealing with this now. And my dad had moved in with us too this year. So mortality has just been on the mind, and also responsibility. And how I know you me also, I don't share this to yap about myself, but also just because I know that you understand this at a deep level, is having places and spaces where we need to not be the one that's responsible, and really having people that do pour back into us, and not being the one that, is always the love and light spiritual friend, or the one that offers spiritual counsel. Sometimes I just want to eat Oreos and watch Gossip Girl with my friends. Yeah, I know, girl. Yes, thank you. Right, there you go. I just want to be a human, and I need that to pour into my people. So it's been a time for us with that transit, right, to get really real with ourselves and be I actually really need to look at the relationship with myself, right? And what am I doing with my relationship to myself? Also, Jupiter entering into your 12th house, right? So it's this expansion about well, it's my dream world. I'm sure your dreams have been super crazy. That being activated, and also just it feels the visual I get is a gold sieve, and all of the shit falling down to the bottom and the gold rising to the top. And it's just the annoyance where we're kind of bouncing around, and we're oh my God, I feel my body's fragmented and I need to be popped together like a Mr. Potato Head. And it's damn, but I made the sieve, I knew it was here and I thought I prepared for it, but it's it's just so much different when we go through it, right? Like, and we think that we know, but it's like, I think like I know what it's going to be like when I go through the stage. I can cerebrally understand and conceptualize it, but like this feeling's so different. Yeah, because we're always a container. We need to contain and nourish our own energy first. Yes. And Cancer is about nourishment, as you know, right? So it's like in those areas of 12th house stuff. And the funny thing that keeps coming to me, because we keep talking about the Kardashians today, is that old video that went around. Yes, exactly. But the actual emotions of their Scorpio, because it's the betrayal. And I think not only the betrayal of other people, but like the betrayal of ourself that's come with that. That's like can be a frustration, but also like the thing that I'll share that I noticed in my personal relationships that was like a habit breaker for me is like, because we're so intuitive and we can predict other people feeling bad. Yeah. Like I will get in the habit of giving somebody the out that they can hold on to not fully feel comfortable apologizing to me about something that they've done wrong. So, you know, if my mentor doesn't show up and I'm like, no, it's okay. Like you've had a lot of things going on. And instead of just allowing her and us to sit in the discomfort of her apologizing because she did something wrong, it's like, you know, like, she's also like 70. Like she's like this hippie. I love her so much. But she, you know, has lived a lot of life and had a lot of experiences with other people. And so, you know, the patterning with that Virgo Chiron is also like, everything's perfect. I need to be in control. Things are only safe and people are only safe when they're in this bubble or they act in this pattern, which our gate 5 really likes, but we also need flexibility and like finding that balance of like, nobody is controllable. Nor would we ourselves want to be controlled, especially as beautiful Sagittarius. It's like the antithesis of everything that you stand for, right? But I think there's just like, it's funny because the word I want to say is also like sacred alchemy in allowing yourself to like have that emotional moment with someone. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. Yeah, literally. Like, hi, Megan. Allowing ourselves to have like that emo moment with other people. And not giving them excuses because like their discomfort is uncomfortable. And then I also think that what it does to me also in a sense of vulnerability, and I'm sure for you too, is that it feels like isolating sometimes to like always have to be the one that like has it together. And I'm like, damn, if all of our shit is getting rocked right now with these transits, and I don't just say it with like transits as in like, in a flippant way, but like we're really noticing everything in our external reality. And it feels, the best way that I can describe it is like, this is the first time in my life that I felt that like waiting for the other shoe to drop, but like, yeah, exactly. I'm human too. Exactly. That's why like if, because of the let me finish my thought with this too. And I'm saying this, I'm cutting myself off. It's the first time that energetically in our world, I know that there's another shoe that's going to drop, but I don't know what that shoe looks like yet. I just don't think that I'm supposed to know, right? At least for me as a sacral man, Jen, we can have collective conversations about that, but like I haven't gotten the vision. I think because for me, it's like the charity starts at home. I need to create my structure here for our transits, right? With what we're going through, especially just post Saturn return. It's like the Kylie Jenner meme where she's like, I feel like it's just the year of like realizing things. And I'm like, it sounds so silly, but like, I know exactly what she meant when she said that of like, oh, like my other frontal lobe has fully developed. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So it's like, safety preparations and like being extra cautious, but like not because it's a lack of trust, but like because like, oh, like that's necessary now. We need that, you know, for whatever reason, there's a shift, or a shift is going to happen. Also, I know, and I have tracked the pattern of like when I wake up and I feel like I did on Monday and Tuesday, also because of the Virgo activation for both of us, energetically a little like, blah, 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 you know, like waking up first thing in the morning. It's funny because I'm making that noise and I had turkeys that woke me up on Sunday morning. We have wild turkeys that are in our yard. I don't know if wild turkey means anything to anybody. But before I read that next comment, it's funny because I want to say dysregulation and sleep also, or not being able to sleep. Like maybe you didn't sleep well last night. But we know that when there's a challenge, we wake up and we feel the scritchiness of the day, so to speak, that we're gonna get people almost like they come to you in threes, right? It's like always that wham of like, okay, I'm getting this message from my, you know, this person in my life that like was talking to this guy for only a month, and you know, all this, she's a Virgo, so like she's obsessing about like, well, he's reading my text, but his brother said he's in jail, and I'm like, that's already super complicated. Like, you guys have just been talking for a month. Like, why are we talking about jail? Like, you know, I get things happen, but like, that's not like, you just got divorced, like, you don't need that. Like, that's not the path that we're trying to go to. It's the path we're trying to go down, right? And Pisces moon, you know, she is. I know she's understanding, but that's not where we're trying to go. So it's like our threshold is thinner for that. We have thinner skin for that stuff now, you know, because you're sensitive and you care. But it's like there needs to be this second layer of like, yeah, I care and I see you, so also care and see me too. And so especially in our personal relationships, but also finding boundaries with clients, like there are people that will try to DM me. They don't even follow me. It's the first time they've met me, you know, and they're portal of the internet, and they'll try to DM me their chart or, you know, post a full picture of their chart in the comments. And, you know, it's like, God bless them, but like, I'm not doing work for free, but like we can't allow that to be like the final straws that break our back anymore, you know. And I've definitely had my moments of being there, you know, also during a nodal opposition. But just some things I wanted to say for that as well. Oh, I love it. Hi, Leah. How are you? My Scorpio doesn't need to be hypervigilant in a toxic way. Yes, exactly. And like knowing that like to be somebody, not even this, you are somebody that's admirable because your energy is so good. And that comes with a certain level of isolation where we have to remember that like you cannot always hang out with people that are struggling with the same, with different things that you've already struggled with and have out leveled. There needs to be something that my insurance manager told me a long time ago. We all need somebody to vent up to, right? Like he's not going to vent to me about other people on my team, although there's managers that will do that. That's unprofessional, right? Like he has to talk to his boss about ways to alchemize whatever we're going through, right? Like these aren't my containers. I'll share, I'll be vulnerable, but like I'm hella emotional. Like I'm so much more emotional than I up here right now, as you know, right? Fellow Scorpio moon baby. And so it's like we need to make sure that those people are also up to snuff with that. Turkeys, oh, Doc loves, that's so cute. I just say turkey, always love that. Yeah, always eat dinner with La Familia. I love that. The way I woke up with these messages, like, please people. No, but actually, yes. And it's just another way to allow yourself to know that something needs to change in that area. And focusing on like, okay, like I'm creating a larger container. I know that for you. I think that it's like maybe the container that you originally thought, once you got to a certain level of, I don't even want to say like success, because I almost feel like that feels overwhelming and somehow ironically like diminishing, but it's like maybe a certain level of expansion. And then you've expanded to this container and you're like, wow, like I've expanded to this, but maybe this container that I thought that I liked actually really isn't my style. And so I want to extend to this container in a different way. I have chills. And what does that container look like now? Like, how am I reconfiguring the container? And to be fair, right, that's like Saturn return stuff too, where it's like, ooh, like, it's funny because I just want to say this, and I think that, hi, Infinite You, how are you? Own location. I want to do some like cryptic channeling words because it's going to be, I know it's going to be helpful and like knowing like you share this in the right time. But own location, sacred space. It was funny to say that. Yeah, to fit this new vibration. Yeah, we are raving and flying on 1,000%. And like boots on the ground. And then I also wanted to say Flo Rida, like boots with the fur. This is what it reminded me of at the same time. But yeah. I think like I can see the vision of like this space for you. And just to validate that for you. Like, I think there's probably ways that you thought it was going to go, right? And like, it's so funny because people watching this who's reading, like, it's only you're reading. Obviously, they're probably like, what the fuck is she talking about? But like for you, right? It's like, I know that you understand. And to the point, right? Restructuring to fit the new vibration. And I think it's like we're in this period, you and I, where like we just need to allow ourselves to feel the sadness. Yeah, I love that. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, you're channeling for me. Yes, Megan. Oh my God, yes. Listen, we're so similar with our aqua risings too. Let me see my little candle. Try not to burn my arm hair off again like I did in one of the last lives. Yeah, the shit has fallen. The gold is being held. Yes, pero damn. No, I know. I know. And it's like, that's where it's like, oh, like, this is another level that I didn't expect. Like, I knew that, we always think that, like, these periods of, these growth spurts, like, you know, in life, we think that they're going to happen in a specific cadence. Oh, that was way earlier. Oh, okay. Okay, there you go. Sorry, it just came through now for whatever reason. TikTok is funny like that. Oh, wow, legitimately it was this week. Okay, wow. Oh my God, yeah. I don't understand anything, but my gut told me that you were doing a reading for... Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I'm reading for Noel. Thank you. I actually just finished because Amanda, if you're here, let me know, gorgeous. And then I will bring up your chart. But yeah, Noel, I'm so excited for you and you deserve it. And like, I'm proud of you. And I know that, you know, it's like you're so protected that like, I'm going to say that your version of satisfaction is inevitable. So it's like, it doesn't have to, like, you're in charge of the metrics that make you satisfied, to use that man-gen generator vocab word. Like you, it's not about certain metrics that maybe were driven in other ways, for sure. Yeah, you're glowing and growing. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much. Yes. I got the message too. We deserve to feel excited. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I will say this too, and I love Pam Gregory. I love how I'm just over here like, yep, yeah, exactly. I think it's just like, we just need people who get it, that are like, I see you and I feel you. And like, I feel like for us, it's like sometimes the only way to the other side is just through it, and like going through the waiting period and being so, right? And being so grounded. Yes, I'm sacral type. Yes, it's easy to trust the gut. It is. It's like, we feel that pang, right? It's like that, let's scritch. And then we're like, oh, like this feels uncomfortable. And like, you know, it's like when you feel stomach cramps, like you're not going to go run a mile. So like when you feel sacral cramps, you know, and you feel like, this isn't right. Maybe we just like take it easy for a second and we're like, oh, my sacral's saying like, don't say this. Paying attention to that. So yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Oh, but I was going to say with Pam, something that she says a lot that I love, because YouTube is more, I'll say a more expansive landscape for vocabulary, if you will. And she's a double Pisces, which like, of course, like being a Pisces sun, to know her is to love her for me. But that it's like pursuing your joy is a radical act, like during this time. And I really feel like that's that 3D, 5D shift in my, you know, manifesting generator brain. Of like, there's a lot of disruption, you know, on the world stage. I also love Lee Harris, and I found Pam through Lee Harris, who I highly recommend listening to his energy updates. He's like one of the only people that channels online that I listen to, that's like at that level and has been in the game for a while. Let me just do my little puzzle. But yeah, it's like allowing yourself. Hi, Josh. Oh, 5-2 generator. Oh, that's awesome. We have a couple of 5-2s in here. Orion is one of them. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. You see me. I love that. Yeah, water has been like so relevant. I feel like we just need to like go walk on the beach or something. I love going there together. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I see you. You see me. Yes, mirror energy. I know. I feel that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been that like, when I feel frustrated or like when I'm like in this period of frustration, I'm like, I literally like, Brenna, go touch grass, like go outside, like go into the sunlight, like go walk, like enjoy the fresh air. It's been so rainy in the Northeast. Like this, we really didn't have like a, it was like April and May are bringing flowers, but yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, there you go. I love that. Aw, I'm an East Coast girly. I don't know where you're from. But yeah, I know. I'm like, I think of Bad Bunny, Depo de la Playa. Depo de la Playa. Yeah, I love the beach. It's my Piscean nature. Josh, what's your sun sign in astrology? Or your big three, if you want to share. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of nice because like the room behind me, or I have a little movie room kind of set up in my house, and I've been enjoying like going in there when it's raining, and it just feels like, oh, like it's nice because when we feel the way that we have certain days, Noel, it's like, and I know you guys all feel like this too, like we can allow ourselves to like, it gives us permission to just kind of be like in our sad girl hours, you know, and just like really lean into like the emo Scorpio, Scorpio moons. Yeah, baths have been so healing. Oh yeah, just spraying water around myself. Oh, when it's heavy. Yes, exactly. Oh, Libra. Oh yes, I love that. Yes, I have quite a few. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Hello. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Florida water, I wanted to say. And what's funny is that this is package. I noticed it when I bought this in Westwood, New Jersey, which is where my grandmother was from. And I was like, Florida water in Westwood, New Jersey, like what the hell? But I love it. Yeah, I love the beach too. Yes, I always feel comfortable around there. It must be my Mars and Pisces. Oh, 1000%. Because Mars and Pisces, like, I love when Mars is in Pisces selfishly, even though like it's not the most like common thing to love. But yeah, Agua de Florida. Yes, everywhere. It's so helpful. Hi, Michelle. Oh, there you go. You're in Florida. I love that. You're my second Josh. Although my other Josh is a projector. Oh my God, it's in Whole Foods. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love the amber oil that's there, that perfume. Yes, I did that for my office. I should probably do that again. I think that's why you probably said that again, to remind me to do that. Thank you. But yeah, Mars and Pisces, like we like during those times, it's like we love to just be able to go and be like, wow, I'm here. The activity is only just to like be present and do nothing. That's why I think we love nature so much, and we've gotten so far away from it as a society that like it's like I don't say go out and touch grass like to be like derogatory. It's like we really need to do that. I love that. I just put yes, aquamarine. I was gonna say too for you. Yes, it does. Yeah, Whole Foods has a lot of woo-woo yogis. Yes, I am one of them. I am guilty. My favorite things from Whole Foods. One of my favorite breads of all time is the brand Bread Alone. They're like French loaf, so good. During the summer, especially like back in 2021, I started eating it, and I would do like butter and like a jam on it, or strawberry or raspberry, or I love orange marmalade, which of course I do because of sacral authority. Thank you, Noel. Again, I appreciate that, just to have a closure around that. And then if anyone wants, I'm waiting for Amanda. I think she may have forgotten about her reading because she thought it was yesterday. But if anyone else wants to sign up, I will still be on for about another hour or so. Okay, Megan, yeah, I've gotten your notification, Megan, for liking the live in our Patreon chat. Also, what I'll say just for housekeeping, a couple things for Patreon. So I have 5 tiers for Patreon where each are $22 a month, and you guys are connected with people of your same energy type. We do once a month, like a specialized training for your energy type specifically. This month is how to get and stay motivated and disciplined using your human design and your energy type. And then you guys get a complimentary reading as well as additional videos, and we do a full and new moon circle together every month. So I didn't want to forget to say that. I also created a $5 like just because tier. Thank you so much, Megan. I appreciate you. I was screenshotting that. Oh, I love that. Jamming to these tunes. I'll share the playlist with you in a second. But I did create a $5 like just because tier, where what I'm gonna start doing probably the middle of this month, like I'll do it next week most likely, or next month for Patreon for all of my members. But what you guys will get in the $5 tier is like an energy update for the month ahead, because I just feel like we need it, and I've been doing them for the week, so like why not do it for the month through the lens of human design, so you guys can plan a little bit more, especially because you guys have been so kind and devoted. That like it just felt like a nice helpful like add-on. And you do get, thank you, Megan, yes, so much information, because I've been in Patreon for like a year and a half now. I've had it, and when you sign on, you get all of the archives of all of the trainings that I've ever done. So like I have a social media for your energy type, all that kind of stuff that you have available to you. So the link to that is in my bio. It's Patreon.com/Brenna's here. Your data's doing so amazing. Oh, so cute. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, I love my little like jingles. I feel like that's also a gate 5 thing, because it kind of like grounds us in being like, I'm here, what am I doing? Even though like I will repeat myself like 5 times today, like I like started and stopped that video like so many times. I was like, what am I doing? What am I saying? Like I have to say that. So my Mercury is on my ascendant, and I was also born during a Mercury retrograde. So my Mercury is retrograde. And I was saying in the video that'll be out tomorrow at noon on YouTube that what I do often, I have to catch myself because I used to also have a lisp when I was younger when I would get excited. I'm saying my sentence out loud and I'll say the words that are the point at the end of the sentence, like in the middle or at the beginning of my sentence. So I keep doing that. And now it's just like it's been even more activated. My friends told me to tell you thank you. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's just like bite size, like something that's just like, oh, if I heard nothing else today, like that feels good. It's like things that I do for myself anyway. So I'm like, why not just like share it with you guys too? Give me structure, why I'm here again. Are we just floating? Yes, that's how it feels. It's like, oh, okay, there we go. I've been sharing your daily transit. Thank you so much. I have seen that on Instagram. I appreciate that. I hope you're feeling better today too. Same poor people. Yeah, I'm like, it's like, okay. No, it's so true. I love that. What was I gonna say? I feel like I missed something. Oh, I love your hug. Yeah, that's why, like, for me to keep myself, like, structured, it's like the Human Design Hotline. I also do Human Design Happy Hours. I have a Human Design Happy Hour coming up in person in Pennsylvania on June 29th. That's also on my website. It was sweet because the shop that I'm doing it at, which is in person, is having a baby. So I was like, oh, I have to run the chart for your baby. She's having a boy. One of the shop owners. So her name's Hope. But yeah, it's been exciting to look at that. Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure I wasn't yapping over anyone's reading. But yeah, if you guys have any questions while we're here, you have me. So if you want to drop it in the chat. Also, I was going to say, I had Zaria, who's in our Manifesting Generator crew, ask me if she could do her 10-minute complimentary reading that's included for your Patreon and do a full channeling. And I know we started doing that anyway, but I just wanted to share that, like, if you guys ever just want to be like just full-blown channel, like, just write that in the little comment section about your question. And I can do that too. It's been happening naturally anyway, but I think, like, if there's specific things that you want to channel about, I noticed that as a generator, or for me, manifesting generator, I just need like a first vocab word to respond to. I've been more so like noticing with myself, like, I'm less about pulling on a specific person per se, and more so pulling on just like general messages, and then usually I can pick up on a person after that. But it's not like, okay, Uncle Jerry, talk to me now in this way. Like that, I feel like for me personally, in the way I use my gifts, it's a little too restrictive. So I don't want to forget to say that. If I ever have a kid, I'm definitely checking their placements 1,000%. It's so funny because I have my friend Megan, who's I'm a Pisces Sun Aquarius rising. She's a Aquarius Sun Pisces rising. Yeah, I'm a Pisces Sun Aquarius rising. She's flip-flopped Aquarius Sun Pisces rising. And she's a massage therapist, and that's how I met her, because I go to her for my massages. And she had a grandmother that is an Aquarius and was like super into astrology, but was like super manipulative about it, and was like more so dismissive. And excuse me, she was saying how like it kind of put her off to looking at her kids' placements, because she was like, I don't want to give them a preconceived notion of like who I think they are. And I was like, but that's so great though, because like, you know, that like that's how your brain would look at it, and you'd be like, oh my god, they have a Capricorn moon, like I fucked them up, like that's, you know, like that. You don't want to get yourself into that. You can tell your channel is so open, especially right now. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, well, so the moon is in Libra, and my Libra's my 8th house too. So I always feel like that when the moon is in Libra, like I'm more, and especially like you guys ground me when I do this. Like I could feel like untethered all day, or like I'm grounded externally. It looks like I'm grounded, but I'm mostly water and air. So I kind of feel like a balloon that has like a really long string, and I constantly have to ground myself. I have an undefined throat, or undefined root chakra too. So, oh wow. No, it's not. My dad is an Aries and I'm an Aries rising. Yeah, I love like your chart as an Aries, because like it goes like in order of the year as Aries risings. One of my clients, Z, is a projector. I have Z projector. My 8-week mentee, she's an Aries rising and Aries sun. But no, it's not. So like Anna, who's been here a few times, that you guys know, quite a few times, a beautiful Libra. She and her and I were saying and talking about this for like what astrology traits have you inherited from your family. So my mom is a Scorpio, my dad's a Scorpio rising, I'm a Scorpio moon. So like we have all that covered. Yeah, you're like, yeah, I know my projector Z. I know this is a woman that goes by Z isn't her government name, but you've seen her in her before, Sorceress Zatanna. It's like her work name, if you will. So I'm like, I'm just always gonna call you Z because I don't want to like accidentally say your government name like on the internet. Like I feel like that would just be such an invasion of privacy. Yeah, I feel that so much. That's why I love, yes, divining, it gives the energy to place to go. It's so true. Oh, I love that. Hi, Jessica. It's good to see you. I love that. They just hired someone with his name. Oh, wow. That's insane. Because I didn't know his government name. Like, I've never heard it until I met you guys. That is so funny. Oh my God. Hi. I know. It's been a minute. It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope this week was treating you okay, all things considered. We were all kind of like lamenting collectively, but like, I always say like these spaces, like I like to keep the energy good for us. And pronouncing, that's so funny. There was a woman that was in the same bar, like she teaches at the bar studio that I go to, and her name is spelled Brannag, which is like super Irish Gaelic. And I was like, I bet you that's like where, like the etymology, I think is the right word, of my name. Because my name is pronounced Brenna, Brenna. And I was like, Brenna, you know, is like, I haven't heard anyone say her name out loud because I've only read it like on like social media. But I was like, I bet you like that's the etymology. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Aw, you too. Thank you so much. I'll hopefully see you soon. We'll be in touch. Hi, Pachia. How are you? Oh, there you go. You're like, so Z knows. Yeah, I love that. Hello, how are you? Congratulations on your home. Oh my gosh. I hope that everything has been going good. It's been my manifestor day. Oh, thank you. Yes, I've only been on Thursdays really. So projector of him is true. Yeah, you're so welcome. It's so nice. I did the same exact thing where like nobody knew that we were moving and buying a house, and then we literally like posted it so that everyone saw it online, which is very Scorpio stealth of me. Thank you. It's also like super hot today, so I am like low key like sweaty. So that also is adding to the shine. I feel like, but Megan, yeah, like the Aries and Aries rising, like looking at the family systems too, and like what you inherited, what placements you inherited. It was so crazy because my dad is like super into genealogy, and he also has like 8 Virgo placements. Like my dad's a Virgo sun, like I'm not even kidding. Virgo sun, Leo moon, Scorpio rising, my dad, and he lives with us now, and he is like the OG ancestry.com, like always was like going into ancestry, and you know, didn't know where in Ireland my family was from. You know, he's like 89% Irish, or you know, like essentially there's a little bit of like Eastern European and like English, like whoop-de-doo, so different. You know, caucus incarnate essentially. He wrote out, and I want to get it mounted and framed, but he wrote out our family tree, and his dad's dad, and his grandfather and his great grandfather all died in December. One of my grandmother, my dad's mom, died on the birthday of her grandmother. It was like on January 11th. It was like 111. It was like, I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, like, and so much water, and like Scorpio too, like that's during Scorpio season, but like I had quite a few Aries on both sides of the family. Although I just have my I don't have like any celestial bodies in Aries. But yeah, my grandfather, my mom's mom and my dad's dad were both Cancers. What's also super funny is that my fiance has 2 sisters, and his one sister, I'm born March 2nd, his oldest sister is born March 4th, his other sister, his younger sister, is July 8th, and my brother's July 10th. So, hi, how are you? Welcome. So, like, he has 2 siblings, and both of their birthdays, different years, but both of their birthdays are 2 days apart from me and my brother. Like, just, like, those cool synchronicities that, like, it's like, yeah, that can't be by accident, right? So I love to see like how, I just love to see how that like operates, and then we don't really realize like how interconnected and overlapped those things really are. I think it's like interesting to kind of think of it from like a spiritual ancestry, if you will. And also looking at in human design, there's what you'll see is your design date on your chart. Look to see, it's going to be about 88 days, 3 months before you were born. Look to see when your design date is. So like King Adonis, Devleoh, for example, your design date is April 6th. Like, what connection do you have to Aries in your life? It's going to be another cardinal sign, or like I'm a mutable sun because I'm a Pisces sun. So my design sun are 88 days. That design date is in Gemini season, which is this week, 8:35. So noticing that, yeah, it could be your best friends or your worst enemies. I've seen it go both ways, but oh wow, both born on the 9th with different month. That's interesting. Wow, yeah, Pachia, right? Get your chart, yes. Oh, that date came up for you earlier. That's pretty cool. My grandfather was the 7th. So my mom's dad was an Aries on the 7th, and then my dad's best friend, one of his best friends, passed away on that day. Like, there's so many, like, it's so crazy. I'm like, there's 365 days in the year. Oh, you're March 7th. Oh, I love that. Oh my God. Hello, fellow Pisces. I'm the 2nd. Have we met before? Because I don't recognize your handle. I'm sorry if maybe you changed it and I didn't realize. Forgive me. But hello. A lot of people had accounts that like oh, okay, well, nice to meet you. You know, Pisces Sun, Aquarius rising, Scorpio moon, 1-3 sacral manifesting generator. So, oh, welcome. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm here every Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30, and I'm also on YouTube on Wednesdays, 7:30 to 9:30. Sometimes I stay a little bit after. But we'll chat about human design, astrology, and I also do live readings. So just so you get the little housekeeping plug. But yeah, March 7th. I feel like I did know somebody else who was March 7th. Oh, I love that. Yes. I'm a Manjun too, obviously. Love 6-2s. Have you gone through your Saturn return yet? Because until your Saturn return, you'll be a 3-2. And then you evolve into getting on the roof. Excuse me, because the 6, in human design, we explained the profile lines, like 6 elements of a house, and the 6 is the roof. So up until your Saturn return, you're that 3rd martyr line, anyone who has a 6 in their profile. But a 3 does not evolve into a 6. A 6 is originally born as a 3, and then they evolve into the 6 over time. Or any placements that you have in a 6 line, it's also looking at that too. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, there you go. I'm a 94, baby. Just got out. My Saturn's in Pisces, and you're 11th. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so you're like me. Yeah, the Sun Saturn conjunction. Yes. It's like really, it's funny you tuned into this live too. I'm actually posting this on YouTube. Go to like the 45-minute mark and listen to my reading that I did for Noel, because I feel like you'll validate it if you feel called to do so. But we were talking a lot about like finding aligned community. And if you think of it like Pisces, right? It's like we're almost at the end of the year, astrologically speaking. It's like we can get along with everybody because in a way, like we feel like we have had the lived experience in other lifetimes as the other 11 signs of the zodiac. And especially when your sun is in the 11th. I don't know if you're using whole sign or Placidus, but like you thrive in like being recognized. Hi, Lucy. In community. So it can feel like hurtful when maybe you realize that you surrounded yourself with the wrong people for a while too. And I think a lot of people, it's just the year of realizing things. I'm going to keep saying that today. But yeah, really feeling like that. Oh, okay, there you go. Yes, well, that's already cool enough in and of itself. Yeah, just for like the comforting chaoticness that comes from like Pisces 12th house overlap energy too. Yeah, it's like cozy, but it's like, oh, we have to be careful of like too much of like the underworlds, is like the best way I can describe it, or being like, oh, like maybe I am better off like being aware, but not like totally being a villain. And I don't mean a villain in like you're have malicious intent, but like how many feathers can I ruffle, for the sake of the greater good, but like having to be careful with that. Hi, Squid, how are you? It's good to see you. Yeah. Listen, Pisces, I say we're nice until you're not. And that people always forget that like sharks, piranhas, like you know, think of your insert scary fish here, like they're also fish too. So it's like we're not just like all pretty, you know, betta fish in you know, koi fish in the koi pond. Is very real. It's very real. I think that like there's also this trope of like Pisces women like being super passive, and people don't like people just associate Pisces with like water and feminine, and it's like, okay, but like are you gonna get like a light mist? It's like a fire, or not a fire hose, but it's like the garden hoses, and it's like, where are you clicking? Is it like full-blown jet, or are you doing like a light mist to like, you know, a softer flower that needs that? It's like, you know, choice is yours. Especially as an MG, it's like who and what am I responding to? Yeah, girl, I've Lilith on my ascendant. Oh wow, it's so crazy you just said that, because Chris, who may still be here, may not. Chris, I sent you your audio if you're listening right before we got on. But he also has Lilith on his ascendant. And so, yeah, Capricorn moon. Oh my God, yeah. So my Pisces is a fun place. And yes, there you go. I love that. But like that, like Black Moon Lilith on your ascendant. Yeah, that's like very like super. It's giving like dark femme. I mean, just the fact that your profile picture is like black and white, like that tracks. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like, wait, because your sun is above the horizon. Yeah, that's interesting. But like if you have even thought about doing like faceless content or something like that too, also fitting into that. But like people knowing that you feel reserved as well. Like you're like, I maybe am taking my time to trust you, or like I'm super friendly, but like maybe sometimes people are like scared because they don't know like how you feel about them, and maybe like rightfully so. But like also I feel like because your intuition is really high, like you can discern the people that you know who you're going to connect with and who you're not going to connect with. You may question like why, you know, or like what the like you may not know the why, but you know that you're just not supposed to. So I can say that. But for the last like, hello Leo rising, like 15 minutes or so that we're here, I'm gonna get to as many people as I can, but if you guys want to drop a vocabulary word, just one word, or if you can't create it super succinctly, maybe like no more than 3, if you want to write a word in the chat, and I can do a little like 1 minute channeling. I'll do my hourglass timer, and we'll use that. Oh, discombobulated. Okay, I love that. And then we'll close with that. Oh, Big Six. Sorry, I just saw that now. Bren, I realize that you can tell. Oh, you can tell a lot about a person by their profile picture. 1000%. Like who they are, what they want to be known for. Like, do they want to be seen? Do they not want to be seen? Do they want to hide in the shadows? But I am a Pisces Sun, Aquarius rising, Scorpio moon, Aquarius Mars, Aquarius Mercury, Pisces Venus. So it's basically just 50-50 air and water, which is just my placement. Or my personality. I'm just gonna rate this in order too. Yeah. Yes, 1000%, 1000%. You still know everything off the top of your head? I do. Listen, I mean, I don't have 5 Scorpio placements. Oh, my Scorpio moon. I don't have 5 Scorpio placements for nothing. I don't forget anything. You could tell me like what your aunt made you for breakfast 5 years ago when you were over her house and it was the best day of your life. I remember that. You tell me to recall algebra. Never gonna happen. It has to be something that like for whatever reason it just clicked as like valid information. Okay, so first is Orion and discombobulated. So it's interesting, like with discombobulated, I feel like it's like a it's interesting because I want to say like psychic attacks, which I know that you've suffered from a migraine, although I don't think all of your migraines are like connected to that. It almost feels like energetic penetration of like your mind. And it's so funny because I'm like, probably words, I don't know if frog means anything to you. Frog Prince is the name of the song. But you're like, no, like for some reason, like this felt different, and almost like for you to like a purging of it, and also just picking up on a lot of like worldly discombobulation. I think it's like learning how to get your sea legs in community also, because I know we talked about Gemini Chiron yesterday and at TikTok, and like maybe there's a way that's shifting in the way that you want to show up in community, or like learning that like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't have to maybe say more than that when it comes to that, but it's like really picking up on like the structure of like every community, especially like IRL, has its own level of like crazy disconnection at this time. It's like trying to find the balance. Yeah, okay, yeah. See, like, okay, yeah. I feel like just like, I want to say like get off my jock. Like I almost want to say that I can hear, thank you, McGinn, thank you. I can hear you like yelling out to be like, can you just like get away from me? Like, can you just like get out of my head? Like, go away. Like, I don't want you to be here. Maybe that's also been some spirits from the other side. I don't even necessarily know. I would watch, it's funny. I was going to say, like, I would watch what spiritual communities you're a part of, not in terms of like astrology or human design, but like maybe like ghost hunter videos late at night, or like watching too much of like paranormal stuff or something, or like going to garage sales. Also being careful about like if they say this word, then this means betrayal. Like allowing yourself to, you're so protected that it's like, even if you got the affirmation, like it really doesn't mean anything. And I feel like in certain circumstances, maybe it's like, it just upsets you for no good reason, and that can create the discombobulation. Because listen, we both have Scorpio stelliums. It's like so easy for us to always be looking for like ways to outsmart people like hurting us. But like people hurting us, you know, emotionally, or even if they don't mean to, it's like it's a part of life, because not everyone's body graph is the same. So just paying attention to that. I've opened up to mediumship again, and it's been noisy. Yeah, and maybe that's what it is. Like being aware of like having good boundaries with the other side. Yeah, so ninja, like I got all the karate. Paying attention to that. So I will leave it with that. Spiritual hygiene, mournful. Okay, I'll talk about that too. But yeah, thank you, Gabe. I appreciate that. Okay, who is next? Pachia, transformation. Pachia, I don't know if you heard me say this. I don't remember if I've said this since you joined the live, but this is recorded and it's going to be on YouTube. So what I say will be over there, just so you know, towards the end of the live. Where I feel like there was something else. Oh, you're laughing. Yeah. You know everything. Yes. And everything on top of your head. So transformation, it's so interesting. I mean, when I kind of associate you with like a healthy version of, I do. Well, now I do. I haven't always from the beginning. So like I can't go back past like 30 days. But I've been doing it since all of May. Since the beginning of May, and it's on YouTube now. So if you buy a reading from me, it's recorded and goes on YouTube, the lives, but like the actual readings I do off camera are on Zoom independently. They always go via WeTransfer to you guys. So just so you know that. But I love that you're like a human guinea pig, and like you're like, I'm willing to try everything, and like you always win because of that. It's like you always have this ability to like do something that inspires other people. I feel like there's a lot of people that like, I don't want to say sleep on you, but it's like stingy with their affection, or like they don't know how to approach these like new versions of you every time you transform, because it's like and that can maybe create a little bit of discomfort, but they don't mean to be, I don't feel like they mean to be like most people. There's probably a few outliers, as there always is. I don't feel like they mean to be like malicious, but they're just like confused. They're like, what am I here for? Like, what am I doing? Like, what are we doing now? Oh my God, she's doing this thing again. Like, that's actually really cool. And it makes sense, because I feel like intuitively you already knew that, because like you didn't share like getting your house publicly, you know, which like most people don't, but like there's some people that like that's what they vlog about and stuff. But it's like good for you to maintain that level of discernment for sure. And I think that like you're in a new space now. Like this year is such a great year for like that transformation to really bloom. Hi, Gianfranco. Welcome. I'm a Jersey girl. How did you know that? I mean, that's what we're doing here. I'm channeling, right? Like that's, I don't know how I know. I'm just open. I'm open, and I mean well. I come in peace. But yeah, I feel like there could be a helpful flow. Hi, Nini. Thank you so much. There's a helpful flow and a cadence that can create some sort of like you know how I've been doing like energy. Oh, Huntington County. There you go. I'm Monmouth County. Energy of the day, the human design way. Like maybe some sort of catchphrase or like way. Like I would love in content too for you to like have like a hook that's like a Pachia hook, because you're so fucking funny that like I feel like leaning into your humor even more so with like a hook or something can also help in that transformation. I don't know what your next like phase is, or if you're kind of pulling back the arrow in order to transform. Hi, Michaela. But I feel like that would be a great skill. Like, I want to say skill. I think you already have the skill, but it's like your video quality is always amazing. You also haven't come up on my FYP in a while. Maybe you also haven't been posting, and that's why I'm getting like the visual of like the pulling back of the arrow before we launch forward. But like this is a good time to like make it snappy is what I want to say. And like I feel like you're also to the universe like make it snappy. Like I asked for this, like I'm doing the work, like hello, like I just know how you are, like hello. you're like funny energy, so I love it. But yeah, like leaning into the humor, like really just like going for it. I think doing and holding yourself accountable in that transformation of like always having something else that you do, maybe giving yourself a week in between, like to do like another stint and having people live vicariously through you is also a way to get to the end transformation that you want. I know what that is, but like out of respect for you, I won't say it out loud, you know, of like, you know where you want to go and what your goals are. I feel like the advice that I gave you is good at creating a sort of grounding foundation for what the next step is. It's like you've got the literal foundation, now we need the energetic foundation to expand the nervous system for fame sort of thing. And I will leave you with that. So thank you so much, Pachia. That was fun. I'm excited for you. Let me see. Who else had a word? I think transformation, and I think it was if you find B. It's funny because I'm watching Gossip Girl right now for the first time. And I think I was saying this in my video that I'm posting on Tuesday on YouTube, that there was I think Jupiter was also in Cancer when Gossip Girl was on. And I've never watched it before, but I was like, I don't know why I didn't. It was like such a show that I would have like loved in high school. But yeah, it's just funny. But they say like B and S like for Blair and Serena. So that's what if you find B. I also wanted to say like Britney Spears, like if you CK me, if you CK me, that just reminded me of her. But Mournful is okay. Oh, there you go. XOXO. Yes, I love Penn Badgley. He's like a triple. He's like a ton of Scorpio, so it makes sense. Mournful. It's funny because with you two, Brittany was your girl. I know. Oh, Brittany's a little Sagittarius queen. I kind of like feel the heaviness of it, of you. Like even when, so I get that hit, as Megan said, like when someone enters in, like I kind of feel like as if like you guys walked into my room where I am now. Like that's the energy that I always get. And so, yeah, the way I feel it too, I need to go watch it. Yes. I don't know if you're mourning the loss of someone who's actually passed away, or like, I think we were just talking a lot about grief in our Saturn return. I'll say again, I think it would be helpful to listen because I finished my Saturn return. Noel finished her Saturn return. Saturn will retrograde back into Pisces in like a month, or no, I think in September we were saying. Orion was kind enough to say that a couple lives ago. But mournful of like, just give yourself like another couple weeks, I want to say, or even the month of June to like be a little sad, like have your sad girl hours. I don't know what you're mourning. It almost feels like a person, a place, a thing, but I don't see you as being somebody that, like, mourning is something that you're participating in, but being mournful isn't the person you are. And there's like an opportunity to expand a little bit more into happiness and joy. Because of course, Pisces, like you can feel super deeply, but it's like not in your zone of genius is what I want to say. Or like, it's not where you shine your brightest. And it's almost like maybe your resentment that the things that you've gone through have allowed you to dull your shine. Thank you, Jess. To dull your shine. And so it's like resentment, frustration. How do I get out of here? What do I do? Like, it's funny because there's like a spiritual amoeba, I'll say. I think it was in Harry Potter, and it was like a Dementor that was like in a confined, and it's a anamorphous, whatever the word is. I think Animorphs, the book as kids. It's like shrouded in a black cloth, and it's like all these limbs trying to like punch out of the hole. And it's almost like you're trying to find your way out of like whatever that is, right? Whatever that bubble is, you know? And really, I think allowing yourself to, what I had said earlier, that 11th house sun, like, how do you want to shine? What do you want to be known for? And like being okay that like, there are people that, you know, your family even, I wouldn't be surprised you with the 4037 channel in your body graph, but people who you thought were going to be there, or just who by birthright should be there. And they just can't be those people for you, right? So like also compartmentalizing or understanding, hi Malia, like, seeing things and people for who they are, not what you want them to be, was probably a big lesson for you. I feel like you probably already know that. But yeah, it's funny because I forgot the R, and it looks like I wrote mouthful. So I've given you a mouthful, and I will leave you with that. And we'll finish up with another few readings. It's funny, I'm saying all the food stuff, yeah. My big 6 is 3 air, 1 fire, 1 earth, and 1 water. Oh my God, you're like Avatar. The 4 nations. I love that. That's so good. You feel very grounded, Afro, to me. Like, I love like that groundedness for you. Excuse me. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Okay, so I'll finish out with Jess here. For creative, and Jess, I was saying that these are, I'm gonna have them on YouTube. You're a Leo rising, right, Jess? Can I still participate? Oh yeah, Michaela, if you wanna drop one, yeah, we'll do a nice even 5. Yeah, yeah, whatever you think. I'm open. Sorry, there's like the delay, so sorry. Leo rising, yeah, so yeah, Devleoh, of course. Maybe I'll flip this guy again, and we'll go till maybe 9:30 because it's a 15-minute. So, Jess, you said creative, and Leo rising too. It's one of the most creative signs. It's funny because I also see you like painting, but like painting outside with like your kids. I also saw like putting paint on like fly swatters and then slapping like paint on the ground, or like doing something creative with your children. I also think that to me means intuitively that like you're being creative about your it's funny because I want to say spirituality, but the visual I'm getting is like doing things that you used to do as a child. And maybe it's even for like the month of June, July, and August. It's like summer vacation, doing the things that I always like to do as a kid with my kids, right? Or like incorporating, like I think it too with creativity, it's like, almost like I want to say like maybe there's this tension of like not being comfortable where you're at in life, but also it's not like you don't like where you are. But like there's like the tension between who I am and my potential. Like there's like a meme about that, like the sexual tension between me and where I want to go, or who I know I'm gonna be in the future. It's funny because I feel, and it's like I actually feel the heat between my hands. Like it's very powerful. It almost feels like a magnet. Maybe you're giving yourself a round of applause. It's funny. Sarah, who's my bar teacher, she goes, pull a grateful thought down and turn that thought and prayer hands into a round of applause. Yeah, it's like my middle fingers too. Look into mudras and whatever this means, thumb to middle finger. But that also being like a nugget of homework I'll give you. MUDRAS is mudras, each in Indian culture, like the mudras all mean something different. Yeah, it's so funny. It's like a funny way of saying it. Or like, I don't know, also like stand-up comedy, I also want to say, or like writing jokes or something like that. Like maybe you've been thinking about like extending, it's funny because also there's like a creator named Claudia who I thought of when I said that too. But also just being creative about like it's funny because I thought I was facing this way and I'm like over here. Yeah, I was literally looking at a fly swatter when you said that. That's crazy. Using those, right? Oh, Shuni Mudra. Okay, thank you so much. There we go. I'll pin that for a second so you can write it down. Yeah, like paying attention to that. I'm sorry, no miracle. I don't know, like whatever creative art project, like I think it would be cool. I loved this book. I hope my mom still has it at my parents' house, but it was like an arts and crafts books for kids, and it would like teach you how to make your own Play-Doh. I'm sure there's a version of it you can get on TikTok Shop now from another mom creator or something like that, but or maybe sell one and work your way through it. But I feel like there's just this series of like just allowing yourself to have fun this summer. Yeah, okay, perfect. And allowing yourself to like explore being literally creative again. Thank you, Pachia. Having fun with it, like this is your life. It's not meant to be that serious. Like we can intellectualize and therapize ourselves all day. Who knows? Thank you. I'm screenshotting that. Brenda knows. But like allowing it to just be like a fun summer, like a fun girl summer, like having fun with your children, like allowing yourself to do those things, can just be a really great place to be and not have to overthink about like what you should do, but meeting yourself where you're at and creating content, creating fun, creating structure around that lack of structure that comes with the summer months. So I will leave you with that. Thank you. And Michaela, you had asked first before Devleoh. So do you have a word, or maybe I missed you by accident? Hold on. I see Devleoh has miracle. Yeah, let me know, Michaela. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome. I'm happy to help. Wait a second for Michaela, see if she has her word. Because I know, again, there's a little bit of a delay. I also want to look ahead a little bit for, it's funny because there's a song that's like, I want a miracle, I want to be your girl, baby, just can't you see that you're the one for me? Or like something along those lines. I think it's, I wanted to say Cascade. I need a miracle, I want to be your girl, miracle, can't you see you're the one for me? And that's what I was just thinking of. Who's the lady that's like, cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. Is that Cascade? No, I don't think so. Oh, Cascada? Oh yeah, okay. Cascada, Miracle is the name of the song. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know if that means anything to you guys. I've only been doing TikTok lives on Thursdays. So since I've seen you last, I actually, my dad moved in with us. And my dad has a version of Parkinson's. So I started to become his primary caretaker, and that's just been like an adjustment for me. So I have been doing at least every Thursday on TikTok live, and then every Wednesday on YouTube live also. But like that's like my threshold at this point. To be able, like that's my bandwidth, because I also go live during the day, and then I'm uneasy, yeah. And then I am you know, just balancing life and keeping all my things in a row. So I'm like, I'd rather be intentional about giving you a day that like we know that I'm here. And then if I can ever do an extra day, I'll always do that. But like, I know at least for the gate 5 structure that makes me feel good for you guys, we can have that. So yeah, and it's like, you know, it was like ending of my Saturn return. Like it just makes so much sense. But hi, Floor. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, we're manifesting generator certified yappers. I could talk forever. It's funny because so your word being uneasy, I feel like we're still probably, you know, intuitively, if I had to guess, we're still talking about the same situation that I channeled for you last time. Thank you, Pachia. Aw, I love you. Thank you so much. I love that you got the mini mic today. too. I feel like I was gonna ask you the next time I saw you. Oh, did I? Okay, I thought I was yapping over somebody. If that was one of the tips that they gave you, it really is. Persnickety is a perfect word for it. It loves that word. But not really knowing like what you're supposed to be doing is what I feel like with the uneasy, or like, I know that like this feels good, but I almost feel like I'm cosplaying like reality. Almost, it's giving like disassociation. Yeah. I think just knowing that like you are the talent, you know, when it comes to uneasiness, like you are the talent, you know you best, and you know what your goals are. So there you go. You know that like you're finding your voice, like you're finding your sea legs, you're finding your footing, like you're finding what you want to be known for. And like, this is the time to like not fully force anyone, not make anyone force you to go into one thing, because you're also, yeah, right, I know, disassociation is real. You're like, I don't know, I'm just trying to survive. Like, can you just like get off my, you know, like get off my job. Allow yourself to really have like, from now until your nodal opposition, just figuring out from the lens of the place of having fun. Like, that's a nice part about being a creator, right? Is that you're creating what feels good, right? And what's fun. And again, manifesting generator, like as long as you kind of have it like refined in some capacity, you're sitting in the same spot, you have your cute microphone, your pink microphone, like there's like a, oh yeah, bad yesterday and today I feel better, but it's still, yeah, listen, and like meet yourself where you're at. Like, don't stress yourself out, because if you're creating your business now in a way that's not aligned with your nervous system, and that's different from feeling tired and doing it anyway, right? Really learning the difference between, am I uneasy because I'm going against what I feel is right for my gut, or am I like, I have so much input that I forget what I'm in it for, and like I just need to remember who Michaela is and what Michaela wants to be known for, right? So it's like, you know, prepared to be sick of me is what I want to say. But allowing yourself to just give yourself, you have more time than you think that you do. And I know that's like really fucking annoying for like people to say. Like, I hated people saying that to me when I was in my 20s too. And like, but it is true. And I feel like that people say it to me now too, you know? I'm not old, but like, I'm not 21 anymore. So time, yes, time is a good word. Yes. Yeah, I was thinking of the movie 7 Times is on my side. Yes, it is. I think that you just need to like remind yourself like who the F you are, and like kind of tune out everybody else. Yeah. Yes. It's okay. I have Jupiter and Aries. Maybe that's the point. It's so true. Like, I also want to say, like, be okay with being annoying. Like, I have been posting, like, I hadn't been posting on Instagram because, like, it wasn't sustainable for me to do so. And then I was like, well, I don't want to annoy everybody who follows me on all 3 platforms and post them on there too. And I was like, anyone who sees me on Instagram, like, no one's, like, cares. Anyone who sees me on Instagram, yeah, it does. And it's slow and steady. But it's not the limiting belief that you have of what slow and steady actually means. Slow and steady doesn't mean 3 years from now. Slow and steady means just like, oh, before I film, let me just write a quick outline for 5 minutes and set a timer. And that's your version of slow and steady as a manifesting generator. So don't forget that, right? Like, don't like make yourself believe that it's something. Hi, Alexis. That it's not. Reframing that. I think it's just a matter of like, setting the tone. This is good advice for everybody this week, because it's just what we're going through as we leave gate 35 and go into gate 45 for our transit. And so, hi Dee, welcome. And so, yeah, I like that way. But listen, yeah, like for me today, like I wanted to get on, and I was like, I had my, so I this is like my hyperfixation has been Greek yogurt. And I got strawberries, even though everyone says you're not supposed to eat strawberries right now. And I was like, well, whatever. I'm not going to eat a lot of them, whatever. And so, yes, hello, Splenic Projector. And so I had Greek yogurt, and I like chopped up my strawberries, and I like crushed these like healthy Oreos. They're like a Numinos like type thing. I forgot, they're Cravens or something like that. And I put them in, you know, like that's what I ate. And just have to give you guys all the details. That's not even relevant to what I'm going to say. And I was like eating it, and I was like watching Gossip Girl, and I was like just decompressing before I was going to hop on for 2 hours that I was here. And I was like, but I want to start filming this video. And I was like, okay, Brenna, but just like slow down in what you're doing right now, and like you'll have more energy to film the video after. It just means that like don't force yourself to film the video before, because you also didn't write your outline yet. And the outline isn't even something crazy. Like it's literally just me writing like 3 bullet points and like a couple things that I didn't want to forget to tell my projectors, because it's a video that I'm putting out on Saturday. And like that's what slow and steady means. It's not something like that is insanity, or like totally has to be like I have to wait 9 years, like, and this is coming from someone who's ruled by Saturn, right? Exactly. God's girl is this all priority. So yeah, paying attention to that. I think that's it's the uneasiness is also coming from like the right vocabulary word of slow and steady, but somebody else gave you the wrong definition. And that wasn't your fault. That was society's fault for not realizing, yeah, but Michaela's a manifesting generator and slow and steady looks different, right? So yeah, Capricorn Sun, Gemini Rising. Oh, it's your season, your Gemini Rising season. I love that. Sag Moon. I have, so I was doing a little channeling for people at the close. I'm going to stop with Devleoh. But Dee, welcome. Thank you so much. I have a projector playlist, which I think is how you found me. But I also have a projector Patreon. Projectors, hi Catherine, are my biggest crew. So a lot of what we were doing today was projectors that were in my Patreon. They get a complimentary reading as a part of their $22 tier. And I have a bunch of like trainings on like social media for being a projector, all of that like in my Patreon. So you get the whole archive. But that was a lot of the overlap. So I just wanted to share that. And I also know that like Gemini Rising with your placements, like you're finding your crew of your people. But yeah. Yes, always tried to make me slow down the whole project. Yes, just so everyone could catch up. Yeah, and now it's not about that. It's like, no, I'm the talent. Like, you know, when Nicki Minaj is late by 2 hours to go on stage, people still stay. How many people actually leave the concert? I already paid $500 to be here. I'm not leaving now. I dressed up for this. I've waited 6 months for this. I waited 1.5 years for this, right? Like, it's like, there's still the talent that shows up. So I think just like not forgetting that will help you. And you don't have to say yes. You can always tell people, give me a day to think about it. I leave it for Nikki. Exactly. Exactly. I literally just brought here, to my house, to my parents' house, my Pink Friday CD that I had I had a silver Dodge Stratus, was my first car. And that album came out when I was a sophomore in high school. And I used to drive to school when like CDs, like we had iPods and stuff like that, but like sometimes I just like listening to the songs all in a row. And I think you still oh, my computer's like literally about to die. Yeah, but it's just reminding me of that. But before I forget, before poor Devleoh, we run out of our hourglass timer before I transition. Remember, this is recorded. It's going on YouTube tonight, so you guys will see it. Devleoh was Miracle, and that's when I started singing like the Cascade song, like I want a miracle, I want to be your girl. I think just knowing that like anything that you dream about is possible. I think like allowing yourself to know that like miracles happen once in a while when you believe, but it's like I don't even like to sing that song because I feel like miracles happen every day. Especially for that. I feel like just like that pull of like not forgetting to tell you like you're so divinely protected, like how many tarot card readings on your For You page do you need to tell you the same thing? You're gonna get a yellow house, right? This one, a whole thing. Hi Julian. On the For You page, like you got it, right? Like the miracles you're here. That alone is a miracle that you exist in this lifetime in this way, that 10, 11 of us are here together talking through however this works. I don't even know, like my brain doesn't work that way. Like that's a miracle in and of itself. It's interesting, this song came out during Pisces season, so February 26, 2007. Maybe that means something to you too. But I just saw that and I didn't want to forget to say that. You just feel like very ethereal and ephemeral to me. Like it's very like, you feel more angel than earthling is the best way. Yeah, there you go. More angel than earthling to me. And I always say that about my non-sacrals, but specifically for you, I think just that beautiful like blue, the pastel colors, like the unicorn, it's like you live more in that plane, probably in the astral, than you do earthbound. Even though you're here, it's like an anomaly is the best way. And I think just knowing that it's like earth angel, being an angel on earth, I wouldn't be surprised if your partner says that to you. Like, yeah, it's giving like ethereal, yeah, paradox, yes. It's giving like ethereal baddie, or like ethereal queen, ethereal king, you know, like that kind of like living in light and levity. Maybe that's like a version of a tagline for you. If you were on Real Housewives of New Jersey, what would your tagline be? Real Housewives of New York. Living in that kind of world. And I think maybe just like, I think just standing proud in that, like allowing yourself to be proud. And proud isn't an ego-driven thing per se. It's like, or just confident in that. Not that I really feel like, I've got confirmation of being an oracle. Yeah, oh my God, Archangel channel. I love that. Archangel Michael, love him. I love that so much. It's funny because I think of Archangel Michael and they also talk a lot about him in Penn State, or Paranormal State, which was the Penn State paranormal team. I literally go on YouTube every October and watch like reruns of that because like you can't find it anywhere. And I used to watch it every day in high school. Oh, and Raphael, I love that. Uriel and Raphael, I love that. Yes, I feel like there's so much like, I literally feel like I'm validating it for you, but it's like the pure creation of it, like has to come from you. Cause like you're already working with your divine team and archangel. So it's like just being in communion with them will like just being like clearing your channel, being a vessel, is what will get you that miracle. And it's so funny because like, I feel like things that seem like otherworldly, and I keep looking at your Cancer placements, but otherworldly miracles for everybody else, it's like, you're like, this is just Tuesday, honey. Like, you're like, what do you mean? This is just Tuesday. This is just how I live, you know? And that's a really beautiful, inspiring place to be. Yes, I was going down the line. I'm like Gate 39, like provoking people. Do you know of like a Court of Thorns and Roses? I literally like, it's like that, the fairies that like are like stupid humans. Not that you would call people stupid, but it's like people who almost like you provoke them by being you. It invokes a sense of hatred and you're like mere human. Like what a peasant. Like what is it? Not a narc. Like a noob. There's a word. Oh, peon or a pleb. Like it's like all those vocabulary words. And it's giving regal. It's like, and you know, all those luminary qualities, like that's such a good place too. Yeah, fairies and fae, but people say I make them feel dumb. Yeah, I think it's just because like, it's okay to be the smartest one in the room. And it's okay to be the best in the room too. And it's okay to be the best at what you do. And that's not something that you should have to shrink down or apologize for. I think that it can definitely feel isolating, right? But like, it's okay. I think knowing that like you're a guide and a teacher of sorts, or like an inspiration maybe is the better vocabulary word. You never want to be somebody's legs in that relationship unless like you're compensated appropriately. But that's also something to kind of consider. But yeah, that's normal. There you go. We should team up. Yes. The perfect happy medium. I was like sensing a connection between the two of you. I was like, maybe Devleoh, Orion, like you guys would have some good connection. Me knocking over the candle wax. I was like, no. Helpful wave. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and letting me do that for you. I have Orion, Pachia, If You See B, Jessica, Michaela, Devleoh. This is all going to be in Patreon, or not in Patreon, on YouTube. I'll post it with the June 5th Human Design Hotline. I also had beautiful Samantha that got her reading for her Patreon reading. Samantha, Megan, Devleoh, part 1, and then Noel, who all went in a row today. So you guys will all have that there. Yeah, messages on point gratitude. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm screenshotting that too. I'm incorporating you guys in screenshots in my videos too. Thank you. Likewise. And yeah, I'll be back if I'm up to it. If it works out timeline wise, I may be back on tomorrow. No promises throughout the weekend because I'm kind of all over the place. Outside of my grounded times when I'm with you guys, but I will be posting a YouTube video all about the energy of the week ahead in Gate 45, where we transition to tomorrow, which is the Gate of the Gatherer, and it has a lot to do with like financial prosperity, grounding yourself. And I worked on my editing, and I wrote on the screen, if you have Gate 45 in any of the 6 profile lines and the days of the week, so you will just scroll through to the minute markers and it'll take you to each day of the week. So you can go back to it. I'll still post my energy updates of the day ahead, but I'm making it as easy as possible to help you guys. So your Earth Gate, there you go. Grounding for tomorrow. Yes, because we have the Channel of Money that's officially activated tomorrow because we have 21 Aries that's been activated. So that's coming to you 12 o'clock tomorrow on YouTube. And yeah, thank you guys so much. It was so good to see you. Love to you all. And I hope you have a beautiful night. Happy Jupiter day and enjoy your Venus day. I'll see you over on YouTube in a version of myself tomorrow. So thank you, Josh. It was so nice to see you guys. Pachia, so good to see you again. See you guys.